All right. Well, good evening, everyone. It is Thursday, February 11th, 2016. We are less than 30 days away from the awesome fourth EdCampOKC. We are in our Zoom video conference, and we are going to meet for 27 minutes or less. Actually, we could meet for a total of 40, but why push it? And I think we can do quick business tonight. So quick updates. We have, as of tonight, as of last week, we had 196 registered. As of 3 minutes ago, we have 224. So we have right at 101 tickets still left. So I think we should still, of course, be getting the word out, but that's pretty good. And I think it, again, means we're gonna fill up and sell out, which is fine. Adam did get the P.O. box set up, came over yesterday. I was a little delinquent in our connections earlier. We got connected yesterday, got the employer identification number. He got the bank account set up. So we have a mailing address. We have a bank account. We can receive funds and deposit them. He's got the signature cards because Julie and I and Adam and Tammy are on that account. And so we will get those signature cards turned in. My proposal is that we go ahead for our articles of incorporation or whatever and say 2 signatures on the checkbook. Does that sound okay to everybody if we say 2 signatures?
Yep.
Okay. So if somebody wants to put that into the doc, or I'll put it in later. That worked well with our Story Chasers nonprofit. And there's at least one that June Kim had sent me to follow up on as far as a donor, and maybe next week we can do a little bit more updates on financials and look at some of the more logistic stuff. But I think our main thing tonight is to talk about T-shirts and get that to where we can head out and blast that out. So Jonathan, you put some stuff into the doc. You want to tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. If you guys want to click on that, I'll talk about it briefly. So you see, this is our, I think, numbers 5 and 6 T-shirt renderings. We went through quite a few, and when we got to this one, when we got to the one that you see right there on your screen on the screen share, we went back to the phallic problem that we had before. So you'll notice on the left-hand side.
Nice.
So we tried to, we brainstormed a lot. I brainstormed with the artist. I really wanted to incorporate something that is strictly OKC and not just Oklahoma, but there's not a lot of recognizable symbols that are just Oklahoma City. So there's that. There's a Devon Tower, which, again, you kind of run into the same problem. And I think the skyline is also just kind of tired. We talked about that a little bit. Like, outside of Oklahoma City, there's not a lot of places that would look at our shirt and go, oh, that's the Oklahoma City skyline. So moved on from that to really focusing on that EdCampOKC part. Hopefully we could use that OKC part specifically as a brand moving forward in future years, just as like our logo. And then had the idea to throw the buckskin shield on the back because it's part of our state flag. And so Amanda, James, and I agreed that was the best option. Kind of just made an executive decision since we had to cancel the meeting last week. And we sent that, unless anyone has just a massive objection, we sent that one to the T-shirt lady.
So the one that's there in the doc is the one that you guys sent?
The one that is in the doc with the EdCampOKC, kind of like white with the black outline, and it's got the buckskin shield look on the sides and the bottom. That's what we're going with.
Where's the buckskin shield?
It is. It's got like the. Are you looking at the Evernote link?
No, I didn't click.
Where's the Evernote link?
Is that on the Apple?
I put it where it says password Okla Ed on the Zoom US right there.
Right. Oh, T-shirt 2016. Okay, gotcha.
Yep. Click on that.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh.
Oh, nice. Okay, great.
Didn't see any problems with that shirt. Thought it looked kind of cool, simple, Oklahoma. So that's what we went with.
Okay, sounds.
I love that.
It sounds great. Appreciate you guys moving forward with it.
Yep. We were running low on time, so
Right.
otherwise we would have asked a bunch of opinions and stuff.
No,
but
that's all good. So, okay, so that the one below it is kind of a logo that we can use if we wanted to use that on the T-shirt's the top one because there's two, right?
yeah. So I asked him to give me two more options, and so he did. So the bottom one was an idea just in case something, phallic or whatever happened with the shield design that I didn't foresee.
Right.
And then also so that we could use it in the future. And then the top one is going to actually be the T-shirt, yes.
Somebody's going to do a psychological analysis of this years hence using these videos and say, man, it's really kind of a disturbed group that put together those.
They had a bunch of problems with innuendos on their shirts.
And, what was up with them?
I have a minor nitpicky possible question.
Okay.
Because we're now incorporating and everything. When we do EdCampOKC, is the capitalization on the E and the C?
I think so, like on the hashtag part.
Yeah, I think it.
I don't know if it matters to anyone.
Yeah,
It doesn't bother anyone else. It doesn't really bother me.
I usually do that when I spell it out, but I think it's fine for the logo.
Okay.
I guess we kind of have it both on the hashtag. We have it both ways. I think it's
I asked him to do it like that on the hashtag, but I wanted the OKC part to stick out on the design, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
Yeah, I just searched Twitter. We do both.
We can adopt some branding standards for next year, but
okay.
No. Okay, so do we have a link then to order, and is this something we can blast out an email to all of our registrants?
It'll be finalized tomorrow. Amanda is bringing me the check, and then yes and yes and yes. We should have it very, very soon.
Okay. Awesome. Let's see.
And she's a parent-teacher
Erin
conference.
joined in here.
Hi, Erin Barnes. And Amanda's at parent-teacher conferences, so she apologizes.
Okay.
Hello, this is June.
Oh, yay, June is here.
Hey.
The quick update. We just got looked at the logos. They're approved. We'll have the information. And Jonathan, if you don't mind, just when you send me the link, if you just want to write a paragraph or something like that, then I'll just copy and paste it and send it out.
Okay.
That would be great.
What do you want a paragraph specific referencing just the shirt?
Yeah, just something on the shirt.
Gotcha.
So, and for you all that have joined late, we have our P.O. box, we have our employer identification number, we have our bank account. So signature cards are being set up, and I'm going to follow up. I know there's at least one person you had sent me a follow-up for on donations. So we have that done. That's a significant milestone in our history as an EdCamp organizer group.
And I'm here too. I just didn't. You guys were talking, so when I got in.
All right. Good. And we're saying we're going to try to shoot for a 30-minute meeting, so we got about 20 minutes left. We'll blast out an email then tomorrow once Jonathan gets me the link for the ordering and a little paragraph. What other things do you all think we should send out? We're 30 days out. So what else should we send to our registrants?
Is there any kind of map parking stuff? Do we want to do that now, or is that later?
That's probably later. I don't think we have that yet, but that's a good reminder that we need to get that map together. Although, I don't know, Julie, do we have? I don't know if we will find somebody doing that.
I handed it all over to Adam to do, so he has all that, and I'll follow up with him.
Okay, but yeah, let's not pressure him tomorrow. But yeah. I think we can kind of think about our communication strategy and what we want to send. So we're going to send t-shirt info. Obviously, encouraging people to share the registration link.
We need to put in some stuff about people want to bring stuff for Makerspace. And Vanessa, I need you guys to come in. I have Dash and Dot and Ozabot, but I need you guys to bring some stuff too. If you could send it with people.
Should they contact you, Ann, if they want to, or what?
Huh?
Should they contact you if they want to? Or
yes, definitely. And I can maybe type something up if I need to. I just didn't.
What email do you want them to use for you? Your Gmail?
No, go ahead and have them do the OU email. Okay. It's easier because I'm checking that out. abeck@ou.edu.
Okay. Sounds good. So we got t-shirt info, encouraging to share the registration link, makerspace stuff. I guess we can say that we've got breakfast and lunch donated. June, is that right? I know you got breakfast taken care of. Are we good for both already, or where do we stand on the food?
We got the coffee EDU from 7 to 8 before taken care of by Panera. And then we had all that money donated that we were able to gather, but we weren't able to decide, or we haven't had the conversation yet as to whether or not we want to bring coffee or food to John Marshall for everybody else. That wasn't going to be at the coffee EDU part.
Right. So what Panera is that? That's Panera. Which location is that? The Panera that's just right on Memorial, right?
Yes, I believe 4401.
Okay. So that'll be good to tell people about, to let people know to plan for that. Because that's definitely a good thing. Anything that involves planning, the makerspace stuff, for folks to bring that or to contact Ann if they want to bring something, the coffee EDU. Anything else that we ought to tell people in this email?
I started pushing that coffee EDU out on Twitter. Do you want to go ahead and try to get some of that donation? Go ahead and get the Panera to bring some coffee and food over there with whatever money we got left.
Oh, sure. I think that sounds great.
Hey, what if since we're getting them business in the morning, the coffee in the morning is free, is that right, June?
Yeah, the one at Panera is all taken care of by Panera.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't have a further thought. I just liked the idea of them bringing it to John Marshall, but I'm not sure.
We can settle it over there too.
Yeah, well, I got some money donated, so I can take whatever money. Wes, if I remember correctly, we got like $750 or something like that.
Yeah, for next week, I'll get with Adam and we'll work up a little spreadsheet. I think what we'll do is we'll just keep a running spreadsheet that'll just have our financial updates as far as where we're at, and then we can make some decisions next week as far as where we think we want to allocate that stuff as far as food and other things.
Okay. Well, because lunch is already taken care of, water is already taken care of. The water's being brought in by Chickasaw Telecom and Cisco, and then lunch has been taken care of by one of my other vendors that I work with, but they're going to just bring a Subway. So I'm looking at the numbers that we have currently, so I'm just going to tell them we're going to need enough to feed about 250, 300 people.
Yeah, I'd say 300 because we went ahead and upped it to 325, thinking that there's going to be, as always, people who don't show up. So I'm feeling pretty good about the ice this year. I think we're going to be okay, but maybe.
Okay. Yeah. So really, the only thing as far as food is just the breakfast. We can take some of that money and just bring it. Go ahead and cater in from Panera or something for the rest of the stuff. But I need to get that done next week or two, so we can make sure that they're going to be available.
The only thing we spent money on was $150, I think.
Hey, Wes, we can't hear you.
Wes, we can't.
Sounds like someone's covering your microphone or something.
Okay.
I heard that.
Am I still muted?
No.
I can
Now
hear
that we've
that.
called you,
No, that's better.
Yeah, what did I do? Okay, I touched my laptop somehow. I think the only thing we've spent is the $150 on the design, correct? And then Adam had to pay some money for our 6 months of our PO box. So, I think we've only spent, when we did the stuff for Chick-fil-A, I think it was in the $200-something range. So is everybody good with June using some of that to get breakfast catered, since we don't have to worry about paying for lunch?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and plan on spending about $200 on breakfast for coffee, juice, and breakfast items.
That sounds great. And whatever else is left, if we can bring anything else over from Coffee EDU. Are there any other categories of expenses that we can think of. Julie, we have money this year? Would you like to spend money on registration? Do you think you want to do something fancier for name tags or for, anything registration-wise?
I've got a lot of that stuff because I was a kindergarten teacher, so I got stickers out my ears. So, and then the note cards, if we're going to do note cards for drawings, which I think that works the best. It's not techie, but
I think it works the best too.
And then the name tags, I don't think I have those, but we can. The other thing we need to think about is we're going to have to pay the custodian. So that's $50. So I got to work out how we need to pay for that. So
yes. Okay. So
are the name tags just the little like sticky rectangle things?
Yes.
I have a bunch left, like a whole package of like, I don't know if it'll be enough. I have like maybe 200 or 300.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll send those down.
Sounds good.
I don't know if we want to talk about this right now. We can maybe touch on it later, but I've been working on the nonprofit, and that's going to cost $400 to submit. So that's something to think about.
okay. So we can continue to solicit. I'm pretty sure we can still get funds. There's a couple vendors I have mentioned that are willing. So we got 150 on t-shirt design, 200 for breakfast, 400 for the nonprofit, and that's awesome, Ann.
I'm trying. It's been a busy couple weeks, so I apologize for not being on top of it as well.
Fine. And actually, afterwards, I want to talk. I'll text you because I wanted to see if I can get you something for next week. So I'll text you after we're done.
Okay.
150 t-shirts, 200 for breakfast, nonprofit 400. Julie, do you remember about how much the mailbox was?
I don't know.
Okay, I think it's around 100 or something. Okay, well we'll have a spreadsheet with our numbers. How should we go about asking Mr. Heim for whatever money remains?
I asked him before break, and then I was supposed to come back and get him.
Okay. Well, we have our mailing address now, and we have our bank account. So that'd be great, Vanessa, if you can touch base with him again, and then just see if he can mail that to us. Put the check in the mail, and we'll be surprised at how much it is. I think hopefully it's a couple $100, but
I think when I had talked to him, he said that we had actually spent some of it on EdCampOKC.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how much is left. Okay.
The nebulous amount. We will be transparent from hereafter. So hopefully there'll be something. If not, it's not the end of the world, but we're hoping.
We spent it on the t-shirts, right? Did we recoup any of that money back?
We don't know. There's been no transparent documentation of that to my knowledge. So
we really should have done that. Sorry.
Yes, because we were only pretty much taking cash, and then I took a lot of it and handed it over. So
yeah,
it was kind of a mess.
Me too.
Some people paid some amount, and some people made other amount, and it was just kind of a mess.
Right. Back to t-shirts, Jonathan. It is just going to be a link to her website to directly order. And did they set up a date for when that's going to be the cutoff, or talk about
All
that?
fantastic questions. Since we had to work around the t-shirt props with the design, Amanda is working with the t-shirt vendor. I'm working with the t-shirt designer. So since she's at PT conferences, I will have that information very soon.
Okay,
I'm looking forward to getting it.
Just encourage us to push for as late as we can. If there's room to negotiate with that. So.
Yep.
Erin, it's great to see you. It's been a long time. How is your?
I know. Well, I had back surgery, and so that had me really down. And part of the reason why I missed last time. So I didn't think you guys wanted to see me all drugged up, but
we all missed last time.
Yes, we did.
The time before last.
The time before last.
That's okay.
Would have been a lot cooler if you did.
That might have been exciting.
Show up drugged up.
Yes.
Who knows what you're going to say on medication? So
maybe I come to Ed Camp all drugged up.
all right.
Is there a difference? Just kidding.
Settle. Hey, has anybody taken on the schedule yet? I had done that last year, and then I've missed out on meetings. I don't know where we are.
We took advantage of you being incoherent and volunteered you for that.
It would be
Okay.
And swag too, I think. Have you worked on swag yet, Erin?
I've been all over it.
Think you're in the dock for swag too. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well then, is there a doc anywhere for who we've hit? Like, have we hit Beasley and the usual suspects?
You tell us.
Okay.
So we do, now that we're an organization and we're soliciting more funds and stuff like that. It might not be a bad idea. Well, we can put that kind of stuff into our budget document, perhaps. What do y'all think of that?
Yes.
Would that be
Income?
thing?
Yeah.
Well, and you brought up before the idea of giving them just like straight up giving away like an iPad, which I thought was great. Provide some bigger incentive items. I thought that
Exactly. Yeah. If we
Or a
can
Chromecast, or anything. Yeah.
Chromebox, yeah. I think so. And we'll just kind of have to see how those donations come in. But I think if we can ask people for the financial donations, $200 to $500 in that range, we'll make sure that our nonprofit costs are covered. And I think ideally we just want to zero out the account. Every year we're gonna use everything we got, and if we can get some good prizes, I think that would be awesome.
I may try and talk to one of the salesmen I used to buy a lot of Chromebooks for Best Buy. Maybe they would put in some Chromecasts because they're not so expensive, but then it's something that we could definitely talk about during the EdCamp on.
Heroes, a drone.
Yeah.
I've been buying quite a few iPads down at CDR Electronics on Penn and South 240. Basically 32 gig Air 1s for $309 or $319, something like that. So an iPad is not outside the realm of possibility to do a used one. We haven't had any trouble with any of the ones we've gotten, so they've been great. So, but we can talk more about that.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry. One more question. Do I have a Tammy on swag with me? And then do we know how many rooms we get at the facility this time and stuff like that, so I can start with the schedule?
I think so. Julie, what did we decide? Did we decide 10 rooms?
I don't remember because I gave all that stuff to Adam to put on the map. So
why don't you assume 10 rooms, and then we can find out from Adam for sure, because when we did the walk around and everything, we actually chose the rooms and have the numbers and everything like that, and he's getting the map. So Tammy Parks was going to do some PR and communication stuff, but I think we were maybe waiting for logo. Can we still use that second logo, Jonathan, or are we just using the first one and paying for the first one?
Okay, so if you want like the full disclosure, it's going to cost more if we want another logo. So he said, I'll do another logo. But he said, I've already cut you some slack on the price. And,
Okay.
yeah, if we don't like what we've got, then we can do another one.
No, let's just do that. He had both of those. I didn't know if we had them both. So I said, just do the one and that's fine.
Okay.
Is that okay?
I liked this shield, this buckskin shield version, and
look, Julie even has her EdCamp shirt on, or is that Tulsa?
it's Tulsa.
Yeah, look at that. The apple.
they're so excited about EdCamp.
I'll be in Denton with Krutka for their EdCamp at wherever Denton
Oh, cool.
this week.
They flying you in or something?
No, we're going to visit my wife's visiting her family, so
Okay.
flying in for EdCamp. Hey, Vanessa, how did things go in Lawton? Did you go to the EdCamp last weekend?
Yeah, it went pretty well. We had about, I think, 67% attendance, which is pretty good. We had a lot of representation from surrounding districts, including admin. So, and a lot of pre-service teachers, because it was hosted at the Cameron University.
Right. About how many participants did you all have?
I'd have to go back and get the number, but I think about 67, because we had 99 registered.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did anybody go to the EdCamp in Tulsa the week before, or know about that? How that went?
EdCamp 918.
Yeah, EdCamp 918. I don't either.
Cool shirt,
back
but I didn't know
surgery
very much about it. It came out kind of late, it seemed like.
Yeah. And I had given them the credentials for EdCampTulsa.org, but then they decided to rebrand it 918. So anytime y'all find out.
Really cuts out the 580 people. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't know. People get tried.
Tulsa is just, my sister lives in Tulsa, and she has a shirt that says "Don't hate the 918."
That's cute.
So it's a
thing.
It's a thing.
If anytime we hear
Come jive in the 405.
Hey, I want to get a shirt made that says that. But I don't live in the 405 right now.
If any of you hear about any other EdCamp, please let me know so we can post it on the EdCampOK.org. And
okay, well, I'm a part of EdCamp Global organizers team also. Yeah, I'm kind of big. No, I'm just kidding. We just did EdCamp Global Classrooms, and it was amazing. We had over 1,000 classrooms in 60 countries, and it was like truly amazing with all the student facilitators and everything else. But that's one, that Jamie Donnelly is kind of the head guru there. She will blast out for us if we want her to also.
Hey, so does your Twitter account have like the blue check mark by it now?
Dude, I'm so low time. I'm like nobody anywhere.
You're big time.
Yeah, Voxer, which was amazing. And by the way, I did put the
that was Sarah from EdCamp Global also. That she's in DC. She's the one who hosted that. She's a part of the organizers for EdCamp Global also.
I met her in person, so I think she came maybe in Dallas to EdCamp, or I'm not sure where I saw her. Pardon me. All right. Well, it is about the end of the hour. I'm coughing, so that's not good. Is there anything else anybody can think of that we need to put in motion? June, you've just done a hero's job getting all the food stuff taken care of so early, so that's awesome, because that's usually a worry and a concern. As we flip back and look at our committees and our assignments and stuff. Oh, how about Meetup really quick? Because we can include that in the email. I'll type up a draft email with a blank for the T-shirt part that we'll put in, and then if you all want to take a look and put anything else in, do we want to? Usually, it seems like the Meetup. I don't know. What do you all think? Pre-Meetup, post-Meetup, both, only one. We have 10 minutes.
I have two questions. I must have missed this part, but since Mr. Himes not part of the group, who's doing the kickoff, like the whole group, shebang and that kind of stuff?
We really haven't worked that out yet. We can.
Sorry if that's too early.
Okay, let's put that on next week. We can figure that out. That's how we want to do that. I think we have you down though for the SmackDown, and I think we've got our schedule. I think is fairly. We're going with it on what we've got on our website as far as the order. But you all, what should we tell people as far as meetups? Do you all, let's ask it this way. What do you personally want to go to? Do you personally want to go to
after
a post, neither, both, all at Fastlers? What do you want? And it's just all about Fastlers. So.
I like the post.
I like the post.
I like the post too. It's too hard. Usually for 2 times. I think the post is better because we're talking about what we just kind of.
It's all done. We're not worried.
Yep. And I just like Fastlers because we don't have to worry about space.
Oh yeah. No, Fastlers.
So that better be nice.
So we'll do Fastlers as a post meetup, and we'll put that in the email. Anything else that we can think of for the email?
I can't think of anything for that, but I don't know that I've actually said this since I found out, but I want to keep helping planning, and I'll do the maps or whatever you guys want me to do, but I can't actually be at EdCamp.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Oklahoma Science Math Leadership is the same weekend.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I was hoping they'd be in the same town so I could just drag them all with me.
That'd be good.
Oh, does that mean Levi and
Tiffany are going to be there too. Maybe we can do a thing, maybe I can talk them into doing a Skype Google Hangout session or something.
Yeah, let them hang out virtually. Purcell is there too.
Yeah, Purcell's with us.
That would be really cool.
It's a really big group.
I think that'd be really neat to connect.
Okay, I'll tweet them and see what's up.
Okay.
Are we thinking 4 sessions, 5 sessions? How many sessions were you thinking?
2 mornings, evening. We're basic or evening. Yeah. 2 in the middle of the night. No, 2 morning and 2 afternoon. Basically the same kind of stock schedule as we've done. We'll do lunch on site and eat a snack down during lunch.
I submitted whatever was on the schedule to ask Mr. New to be there. So whatever it says, the whole group kickoff, I put that in to request his presence at the 9 to 9:30 thing. So I haven't heard anything back yet. So
okay, but that's good. That's excellent. I don't know that we've actually had a flyer, so I'll reach out to Tammy and see if she wants to go ahead and take the logo as soon as you get the final one, Jonathan. Or actually, Jonathan, do you mind just sending it to Tammy when you get the final one from him?
Yep.
Okay, that'd be great.
Done deal.
Then she can do a little flyer, and we'll blast that out, and we'll get our last 101 registrations, and our waiting list will start. June, is there anything else you can think of we need to be thinking about?
No, sir, not on my end.
Okay. Anything else for the good of the order? We can actually talk for 6 minutes and 13 more seconds before
We still need a joke.
Another good thing about Zoom is it's like free accounts 40 minutes only, so that's kind of a good thing. I'm liking it.
What else do we need?
Crickets.
All right. Anything else? All right. Hey, open invitation. This is Adam and I got to go to lunch when he came over and did a little tour of the school and stuff. And I haven't told my wife this, but I am going to volunteer us to have a little invitation, after this is all done, for folks who can, just to come over with spouses. It's really good to break bread together, right? I mean, it's always good to get together face to face. So anyway, be thinking about that. That might be something that happens in April. I don't know what. Life is crazy, but Adam, it was good to get together with Adam, and maybe we can think about doing something like that. Meetups are good. So
I'm in.
I want to come see Shelly's school whenever I'm in Oklahoma City next week, because I've heard just amazing things. So
there's a guy who wrote a book. Honey, what's Alton's name? Alton Carter wrote an amazing book. He was homeless growing up, and he's got this bestseller book. And he's from Stillwater, and he came and visited her school today, and they had just anyway. People visit all the time, so yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay, all right. So we're gonna do this. Everyone has to go around and tell us one great thing about your week, and then we'll end. My great thing is I don't have school tomorrow, although there's other great. No, my great thing is my one of our Spanish teachers is doing green screen, and his students published their first videos today, and they're just awesome. And I will kick it to Julie.
Oh, it's been a crazy week. We've been doing lots of things. I started a research project with second graders. So they were actually researching, and now they're putting it all into a presentation that they'll be presenting to other classrooms in their school. So started that today and learned some lessons. So we're good.
What school was that?
Eugene Field.
Eugene Field. Okay. We have 4 minutes and 9 seconds. Who are you going to send it to, Julie?
Jonathan's next.
We hosted our final home winter event tonight, and I have no more scheduling workers and concessions, and oh yes, it is glorious.
Nice. Who are you kicking it to?
Well, you just opened your mouth, so there you go.
Okay, well, I have 2 things. A, I got cleared to drive today. I haven't driven for 14 days. And B, I convinced one of our teachers to ditch the textbook, and they are going to write their own textbook next year, doing all research, and they're going to use iBook Author to write their own classroom textbook.
Did you know
Fantastic.
iBook Author exports to EPUB 3 now, and you don't have to lock it in?
Wow.
Right. So yeah, it could even be outside of the Apple ecosystem. That's
Cool.
Okay, who are you going to send it to? We have 3 minutes and 7 seconds.
Prezi.
Okay, so I talked to one of my literature teachers this morning, and I think I have her talked into letting me teach her kids how to sketchnote.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I got a class set of styluses that we can use too, so I'm excited to see that.
Sweet. Somehow that reminds me of iPad Palooza, which is coming to OU in August. I don't know if that's official yet, but that's coming. All right, we'll go to Ann and then June, and I think that might be everybody.
Just kind of, you're right. We are pretty much official on iPad Palooza, starting to get the website and registration and things together to get officially open in April for registration and submission for proposals. And so you'll probably be getting an email from me because I would like for you guys to be involved. So be looking for that. But had a great workshop on Wednesday and had college kids coming in and using Book Creator and iMovie and making trailers for their first pretend classroom, and it was just a great day. So it's been good.
That's awesome. We'll have to talk about the turn-in because I'm working with one of our other Spanish teachers, and we're doing a YouTube publication, but I haven't worked out the EPUB other than Google Classroom, so maybe we can chat about that. All right.
It's interesting to share them.
It is. June, you got to close us down. Your highlight.
2 weeks. I spent the last 2 weeks in Knoxville, Tennessee, doing some military training on public affairs managers. So learning a lot about how to get information out. So I'm glad to be back home tomorrow.
All right. Oh, you're still there now?
Yep, still here.
Joining out of state. Okay. Well, I think we're about to be shut down. Thanks, everybody. We will meet again next week and keep on getting the word out. And we'll send the email blast out. If you got ideas for the email text after we hang up, put it in the Google Doc, and we'll talk to everybody hopefully next week.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.